Hello guys, today I'm gonna show you how to replace your brake pads and brake discs on Mercedes CLK 200K. 2008 model is this, but probably will be the same on most of the models. And yeah, those are slightly different than probably normal, because those have the brake pads here, brake discs are in there, and the parking brake it's somewhere inside the disc, but I will show you in a second. So first, obviously secure the car on the lift or on the jacks, whatever you want, you have this available. And to take the brake pads off, you need to push this pin out. So we use a small screwdriver. It's gonna go out easy usually. You can see, you can just use some pliers and remove that, or you can just maybe press on this and this will come out. And we will use some pliers and this should go out. Sorry for the focus. And that needs to go out easy. Yeah, that's it. Now this is coming off just like that. And now we need to push the brake pads back so the piston will be retracted, so you can put back in the new brake pads and new discs. So we use 2 screwdrivers on this case because we don't care, because we scratch the brake caliper with brake discs. So this is how you do it. You hold one place, put the distance, and then put the wider screwdriver on this side, and you can use the skinny one on the other side. Just like that, otherwise the other piston will go back in the position. Yeah, if you want to reuse the brake disc, you can use some rubber piece, or you can use a retracting tool. But in this case we don't use any of those, so we just want to push those back. I think that should do it. Maybe slightly more on this side, so it will be all pushed back properly. As you can see, when we push one side, the other one wants to go out, so it's better to have both sides pushed in, just like that. Okay, so now with all piston retracted, as you can see, there is the other piston. We can now go ahead and remove this screw from the bottom, you can see, and this screw from the top, the bigger one, that one there. You can see from the side. You can use a 16, it's here, with a 16 mil. And as you can see there, just lift up. Right, that's one side. And this should be the other side. Okay, so now the screws are removed. Now the brake caliper should come out, and we like to hang it up, so it's not gonna stay onto that pipe all the weight. Just like that. And now we have this free To take the disc out, you have this Allen key. I think it's 30. So we use T30 Allen key. Torx?
Torx.
Torx, yeah, not Allen key, sorry. Okay, now usually came out, it's coming out easy, but I think this needs a hammer, so we are gonna use a hammer to push this out. Also, we are gonna use some W40 on the side here and on the bolts, each holes, so that will release all the rust and everything. So this is how we are gonna do it, just a little bit here. Let me focus like that. A little bit there. So you like a slightly angle, so it's gonna go between the disc and the screw. Just like that. Good. Let's make sure we have all over. Okay. Spin it a bit. Okay. This is pretty tight in there. Should do it. Now it's moving, just like that. So yeah, those are the brake pads from the handbrake. Let's say, I think it's brake shoes is called those ones. Those ones looks fairly new, so we're not gonna touch them. Just put the new disc brakes on, and hopefully you don't need any adjustment. If you have to adjust this, there is a screw somewhere, yeah, here. You can thread this in or out, so whatever way you need, just before it's touching a little bit. That's how much you need to tighten this guy. You keep putting the brake discs on and take it off until this is touching just a hair, the brake disc. The shoes, you will feel it. Just put the new brake disc on and you will see. Also, make sure you clean properly this surface, because here is where the disc is sitting on, and if this has got any rust or debris or anything, we won't allow the disc to sit straight, so that will create wobbling. So make sure you have this clean and put a little bit of grease around it, so you don't try to kill yourself trying to take it off next time. So like you saw, we use the wire brush, but also for even better results, you can use sandpaper, like, I don't know, 80 grit or something like that. So this will take care of any loose stuff or the work that it gets on it. I think that's pretty good. And now we can just put small amount of grease around it, and it should be good to go for the new disc. Don't want to be too much, just a little bit, so we'll allow the disc to come out easily next time. Okay, now we are ready for the new disc. As you can see, we put slightly amount of grease around it, and make sure you put a small hole with the, because you see there is two small holes. So make sure you have this where the screw is bolting on, and yeah, I think we are ready to go on. If it's not gonna go on, probably it's because the brake pads need adjusting from the handbrake. If you feel it's turning too hard, you have to remove it and loosen a little bit the handbrake cable. And probably that's what we have to do now, because this looks like it's not spinning at all. So we need to remove it and undo just a hair the pin. So this will allow us to go closer, so we won't rub that much on the disc brake on the interior. So let me do that and I'll come back to you. Okay, so as you can see now, it's barely touching the brake pads on the brake shoes, I think, or those on the handbrake. So now we just align this hole with that small screw, and I think we are good to go. Okay. As you can see, it's just barely touching on the pads. You don't want to be too loose, but you don't want to be too tight either. Just when you feel like it's touching slightly, then is the moment when you stop, undo it. So now we put the brake caliper back on. The top ball first. And the bottom. Tighten it up properly. You can use a little bit of thread lock on those because you don't want this to come out. Okay, now all are tight and we can go ahead with the brake pads. In our case, we don't have any sensor, so we'll just slide those in. Just like that. Usually there goes the sensor, but because those doesn't have one, we don't need to install it. Okay, now the brake pads are installed, we need to put the pin back in. Okay, now just hammer it in a little bit and that should be all. Just needs to go slightly more, so this will pass this line a little bit. Let's see from that side. Make sure it's all the way in. Alright, so all we have left now is to put the wheel back on, and yeah, that's it, good to go. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, and see you next time. Please subscribe for more videos.